Hey gang, it's Sarah from Sleepopolis, and today we'll be taking a look at the solid hemmed sheet set from Boll Branch. This actually happens to be the brand's most popular sheet set, so I'm pretty excited to see what they're all about. Of course, if after this video you're not sure this bedding is the right fit for you, just Google Sleepopolis best sheets and we'll put you on the right track. All right, let's get the sheets on the bed. All right, so these sheets are made from 100% long staple organic cotton. They feature a 300 thread count and a sateen weave. So all that combined is really sort of leaving these sheets feeling super soft and smooth to the touch. As I was dressing the mattress with these sheets, right away I could just feel, first of all, they feel very durable, but also they feel very light and airy and breathable, which is kind of more of a percale trait. I'm kind of liking that while these are sateen, you can definitely feel the silky smooth nature that is characteristic of a sateen weave, but it's also bringing these sort of percale vibes with how light and breathable and probably pretty cooling these are. I'm kind of liking that sort of blending of the best of sateen, best of percale traits. So first impressions is, I have to say, I can't stop rubbing my hands all over the material. Now, another thing you eco-friendly sleepers might like to know is that while these sheets are certified organic, they're also a product of fair trade manufacturing. And what that means is the Boll Branch farming partners must be paid a living wage. So, if that kind of thing is important to you, if ethically sourced sheets is important to you, you might like to know that these sheets are ethically sourced as well as organic. It's important to me. So what are you getting with each set? Well, you get a fitted sheet, which is giving me this subtly really light, lustrous sheen, which I'm loving. Also feeling so soft, but it's also capable of accommodating mattresses up to 17 inches deep. So that means nice, deep pockets. So those of you with deeper, taller mattresses might be particularly compatible with these sheets. You also get a top sheet, which, like I said, is feeling very durable, but also super light and breathable. And 2 pillowcases. Now, it is my personal preference that the pillowcases have envelope enclosures, which these do not have. They do open on the side, as you can see. However, you're not getting that pillow spillage that you sometimes can get when you don't have envelope closures. And you're not getting that pillow spillage because, in my opinion, these pillowcases are kind of extra large. I mean, this is a queen set, but I think that this pillowcase could accommodate a king size pillow with no problem. So that's something to think about. Another thing worth mentioning though is that while you do get 2 pillowcases with a queen, king, California king, the twin or twin XL sizes only come with 1 pillowcase. Now, as you can see, I've got the set in white here, but there are 9 total colors available. My first impressions, like I said, is that they just feel really durable, but also really light and breathable. And in my experience, sometimes you can sheets sacrifice a little bit of durability for breathability, or kind of a little bit of coolness for silkiness, but I'm really sort of feeling a combination of all those lovely traits. So I'm excited to get into bed and see how they perform. All right, so the first thing that's really kind of exciting me about these sheets is that, first of all, I'll admit I am preferential to a sateen weave. I love the silky smooth feel of a sateen weave, and this is definitely feeling so buttery smooth to the touch, which, like I said, is a big basis of appeal for a sateen weave. But oftentimes you're kind of, like I said, sacrificing that feel for some cooling properties. That is to say, it's often the case that sateen woven sheets do lie a little heavier on the body. They do tend to be a little bit thicker and therefore not as breathable and cooling. However, these are kind of giving me the best of both worlds. They're feeling so buttery smooth, like I said, but they're also so light and airy. And I am a hot sleeper, so like I said, it's kind of the best of both worlds for me. I'm getting that silky smoothness that I love, but I'm also feeling this really airy, sort of billowy breathability of the top sheet. I'm also feeling sort of this light, airy feeling in the fitted sheet. So I'm really liking that combination of traits. Something I am noticing though is, like I said before, there's a little bit of a blending of sateen and percale traits. And one of those things is that while sateen woven sheets do tend to be a little more resistant to wrinkles and percale a little more prone to wrinkles, these are some of the most wrinkly sateen sheets I've tested. Even just right from out of the packaging, they were already pretty wrinkled, and they were wrinkled pretty much throughout, both the top sheet and the fitted sheet. They are machine wash and dryable though, and they do come with care instructions, so putting them through the dry cycle and removing them as soon as the dry cycle is finished, and then spraying them out over the mattress when they're still warm and wrinkle-free is going to help keep those wrinkles at bay, but it's something to keep in mind. There is also, as is common with a sateen weave, a little bit of a swishing noise when you sort of, I don't know if you can hear it, but when you sort of rub your hands on the fabric, there's a little bit of that swishing noise. Certainly not detracting from the softness at all. Like I said, it feels so silky smooth. And at the end of the day, how sheets feel against my skin is the most important factor for me. One thing I do have to note though is that the sheen on this sheet set is a little bit less lustrous than some other sateen woven sheets I've tested. Now, different strokes for different folks. Personally, I can't get enough of the luster, so for me, the shinier the better. But those of you who do prefer a more subtle luster, you might be more compatible with these, but it's something worth noting. These are a little less lustrous. But like I said, when it comes to white cotton bedding essentials, I really think these are a great pick. All right, so there's a lot that I'm loving about these sheets. Firstly, if you're someone who likes to sleep green, you're going to be particularly compatible with these sheets. The packaging that these sheets come in, which is lovely by the way, I love the silky ribbon, but the packaging that these sheets come in is made from completely recycled materials. The sheets themselves are 100% certified organic, and like I said, they're a product of fair trade manufacturing. So, for me, all those things kind of help me sleep a little better at night. Another thing that I personally prioritize when it comes to bedding is easy wash care. So I'm pleased to report that caring for these sheets is pretty easy. Just wash on a warm cycle, tumble dry on medium heat, and that's it. And for those of you who like a clean, wrinkle-free look, you can iron these sheets as well. And another thing I'm really liking about these sheets is that they are light, cool, and airy. And it's not always the case that sateen woven sheets have that cooling breathability. So as a hot sleeper, it's definitely a perk for me. All right, so a couple things to note about these sheets. So while I'm liking the cool, light breathability because I am a hot sleeper, some of you might like that sateen woven sheets do tend to lie a little bit heavier on the body and are a little bit more warming. So it's worth noting that these are some of the lightest and most cooling and breathable sateen woven sheets I've ever tested. They're also a little bit more wrinkly than some other sateen sheets I've tested. So, it's not a big deal. It certainly didn't detract from the comfort at all. And I do think that by removing them from the dry cycle as soon as it's finished and spreading them out over the mattress when they're still warm, that should serve to keep some of these wrinkles at bay. And one more thing to know is that, when it comes to sateen woven sheets, the luster definitely varies from subtly lustrous to very shiny. And I would say these are definitely closer to the subtly lustrous end of the spectrum. So it's really a matter of personal preference. Like I said, I do prefer that real lustrous sheen that is often characteristic of a sateen weave, but it's worth noting that these are bringing sort of more of a subtle sheen to the table. Well, that wraps up this review, but for every last detail on this sheet set, be sure to check out my full written review, which you can find by Googling Sleepopolis Boll Branch sheets. And I do hope you found this review to be helpful, but if you had any questions along the way or want to leave us a comment, please feel free to do so in the comment section below, and we'd be happy to help. Oh, and don't forget to follow us on social media and like and subscribe to our channel, as we're always going to be uploading content with one main thing in mind, to get you the best sleep you can. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.